Hello to everyone. Thank you all for joining me at this time. My name is Shavi Zane, and I'm coming on to bring a message in regards to the U.S. corporation. We're going to talk about Biden. We're going to talk about Harris. We're going to speak on what the plan is, what they're not telling us behind the scenes, and we're also going to look into what the U.S. corporation, what their involvement is when it comes to the war between Russia and Ukraine. Not what they're telling us on the news, but what is hidden behind the scenes. So I'm going to be pulling the cards. Now I did a reading a few months back. I have mentioned this before in regards to, I was looking into what the U.S. corporation is planning. That was the name of it. What is the U.S. corporation planning, and what effects it might have on the masses? And I did this reading, and what came out of that particular reading was that there would be two different people, two different groups, okay? It looked as if it was a marriage, and an official person was actually going to be wreaking havoc and starting up some public chaos in regards to some rumors that had been spread, some lies that had been told, or an affair. But looking deeper into it, this was actually the relationship between Ukraine and Russia, okay? And somehow the U.S. corporation has their hand in all of this mess, because it did come out that there will be a lot of slander, and that also mental illness will be mentioned. And what I'm noticing now is that they're actually mentioning that, Putin, they're speculating, they're saying that he has some sort of mental breakdown that's happening, and this is why he's kicking off this war. But obviously, we know, those of us who see this from a higher perspective, we know that on a spiritual level, this is just the breakdown of a structure, of nations that was built on the backs of, murder, criminality, and people who was done wrongfully in order for them to create their power. Okay, so these nations they're going to tear each other down because of what they had to do in order to gain their power. But on a surface level, there's more to it in terms of what the U.S. corporation has to do with this situation, I strongly feel. And anytime they put news out, you can't trust it, because what they're going to feed to the masses is what they want you to believe, not what is happening behind the scenes, okay? You cannot trust the news. And so I'm going to pick up energetically what has been going on here. So I'm going to go ahead and get right into it, okay? Because one thing that I did see as well, look at this. I'm cutting the deck, y'all, okay? I'm cutting the deck at the Tower and the Five of Swords, okay? This thing is getting uglier and uglier as time goes on, okay? This is all out war. This is upheaval, chaos, tearing down that structure that was built on a very corrupted foundation. It was not solid. It was not stable, okay? And so this is, already starting off before I even get a chance to ask a question, okay? So let's get right into it. Yeah, the truth is getting ready to be revealed, okay? Something is getting ready to be told. So let me see. What is going on in terms of what the U.S. corporation is not telling us, okay? What is it that they are hiding that is not being told to the masses at this time? What is the U.S. corporation keeping secret from the public at this time? What are they hiding behind the scenes? What's going on here? I received a message because I was looking into some things, and I saw that there's going to be some issues concerning Biden. He may be having some health, excuse me, some health issues, okay? Trying to block my throat chakra. Some health issues that's going to lead to potential death, okay? I kept seeing that come out, so we're going to be looking into that as well. Now, the U.S. corporation is hiding the truth in regards to their relationship, because when I see the lovers can also deal with contracts, okay, agreements, okay, and so there is some truth that's being hidden And they want to keep this a secret. They want to keep the public blinded to the truth. The Ace of Swords deals with the truth in regards to a relationship. So I feel like their relationship to what's happening right now, whether it be their relationship with Russia or their relationship with Ukraine, something is going on here in terms of a contractual agreement. There's some truth here that they want to keep hidden. They do not want the blindfolds to come off, okay? And so they're very much so trying to figure out a way to keep the world from finding out what this is. Let me clarify the Ace of Swords here. What is the Ace of Swords? Yeah. So the High Priestess comes out in the reverse with the Eight of Cups in reverse. It's like because the High Priestess knows the secrets, okay? But the High Priestess can also be the keeper of secrets as well. With this coming out in the reverse, there's some truth that's going to be revealed in spite of their attempts to try to keep the truth from coming out. They don't want this truth to come out because they want the masses to go back to stay in union with the U.S. corporation. And so they don't want us to separate ourselves. They don't want this truth to cause us to separate our relationship or the trust that the American population has built with these people, okay? Now, I mean, I hate to say us because I've stepped back all the way when it comes to my relationship with them. I don't trust their asses at all, and they should not be trusted by anybody that is awakened. But this is their agenda. Behind the scenes, there's something that they don't want us to know. What is this? I'm going to get more detailed into what this Ace of Swords is, because this is a truth that will be revealed with the High Priestess in reverse. Whatever was kept a secret is going to be brought out. So what is the Ace of Swords again? Something about some quick action that was taken. What's at the bottom of the deck? Some sort of communication here. Quick action and communication that was taken. Somebody is going to come out and tell the truth about the actions of the U.S. corporation here. What is the Eight of Swords? The Eight of Swords is the Queen of Wands in the reverse. Then we have the Hierophant in the reverse. So this would be an institution, some sort of a structure here, a traditional structure, which could indicate the structure of the U.S. corporation, but with the Queen of Wands in the reverse, clarifying the Eight of Swords. This action that they took was very spiteful. I feel like the U.S. corporation played a large role in what's happening between Ukraine and Russia, and I feel like they kicked up this it's almost like they was the middleman in starting up this this war, okay? With these queens coming out, we know that America is generally referred to as a she, okay? It's usually referred to as a feminine energy. So I feel like it was some sort of communication, some sort of fast communication that came in to cause upheaval in a structure. Some sort of truth came out, but they did it from a spiteful place, okay? Let me pull from this deck and see if I can get more clarity about what the Ace of Swords is, because I feel like there's something that's very relevant about that. In the other reading that I did, it did show that war would break out, okay? That definitely came out. That was a large part of what they was actually planning behind the scenes. And it also showed that the person in power, the male figure that kept coming up, the person that was in a position of authority would be losing his position of authority, and he was going to lose everything financially as well. I feel like that's the representation of Russia, because I'm also hearing that they're shutting down a lot of the relationships, bank-wise, and, whatever they have going on in terms of trading or relationships. They are shutting that down. Okay, the U.S. corporation is saying that they're stepping in to shut down a lot of things that Russia has going on, and so they're pretty much depleting them of everything. But it's more behind this, y'all. What is the Ace of Swords? What is the Ace of Swords? I'm already seeing population control. Something is going on here. What's the Ace of Swords? Oh, see? So the truth is, what they don't want the public to know about, because we keep seeing this come out. In the last couple of readings that I have done, this card, in terms of the ending concerning the U.S. corporation, has come out multiple times. Multiple times. This is what they don't want the world to know. This is what they don't want us to know about. Fear of the shift. So they know that it's getting ready to take place. They fear, okay? They fear that they're getting ready to lose their power. I'm going to be asking specifically in a minute what their connection is when it comes to this this war, but I'm really okay. So you have here, y'all can read that, okay? And also concerning the men. So these two just came out together, okay? Concerning the men. So the more that I see, when I do look at some of the clips of what's happening, I don't fully submerge myself in what's going on with the news, but I'm very intrigued to see how this thing is playing out. I noticed, I'm sensing from my own intuition that they had these people in Ukraine. They armed every last one of them. All of the people that, they made many of the men stay. They said anybody between the ages of 18 and 60, they told them they're not allowed to go nowhere. You're going to stay here and fight whether you want to or not. Okay. And so they armed all of these people with weapons. Now, what I understand is that I believe Ukraine has about 44 million people in their population. I didn't even know they had that many people, but 44 million people. So I don't know how many that would leave to be actually between the ages of 18 and 60 in terms of staying for battle. But that's a lot of people that is walking around with weapons at this point. But what I also was hearing intuitively is that it's almost like it was a setup, because they know that these people are not trained to go into no doggone, war. Okay. They haven't been training for this. These are just regular, people that just, was living everyday lives that are now, they get a quick few minutes of how to shoot a gun. And now they're a part of a big war, a true, with on the other side of that, you have people from Russia who have been trained and have been preparing for this. This is what they do as for a living, prepare for war up against people who have no idea what war is all about. This is what they're telling us through the media. And so you got all of these people. So it's almost like it was a planned genocide, okay? Because naturally, one side is trained to kill, and the other side don't have no clue. They just been shown how to shoot a gun, and all they can do is just hope that they don't miss. It's almost like it was a setup to create a full genocide. I feel like some sort of truth was getting ready to be exposed here. And this is why this is happening, to kind of deter or deflect from the truth coming out. It's like, let's kick up something between these two people. Okay, reparations is coming out. Reparations is coming out. And so I don't know if this is saying that the U.S. corporation knew that the truth was getting ready to come out. They was getting ready to be fully exposed about what they have been doing behind the scenes. I mean, it's kind of clear that they've always been corrupted. It should be very clear to the majority, but I feel like there is a lot more that has been happening even outside of that. And I've been, giving the messages to be able to expose on a spiritual level what these people have really been up to concerning our social security numbers, our birth certificates, you know, using a lot of people in terms of sacrificing them in order to take their accounts, to take over their accounts. It's just so much mess that's been going on with these people. And so somebody was getting ready to come forward and bring some type of truth out. Okay, the High Priestess in reverse and the Ace of Swords, the Queen of Swords. Somebody was about to bring some truth out in regards to somebody's actions here. And in an attempt, in a spiteful attempt, I feel like the U.S. corporation has played a large role in creating like rumors, okay, accusations and rumors. In order to avoid reparations, this could be a way of trying to avoid paying reparations to those who it's rightfully due to, because they know that their time is up, okay? And because the truth, the exposure could have also involved what this is doing to the men, okay? What this is doing to the men to cause a future health crisis. So it's almost like all of these people are in cahoots with one another. They know the agenda. They know why certain things are being done at this time. Because the whole point is to maintain power. The whole point is to buy more time and to keep people asleep and to cause more codependency on the structure, so that ultimately, if they cause people to be codependent on the structure, then they hope that they can avoid the actual ending of the structure. And so a large part of this is dealing with what's happening right now. So this is why all of this stuff is breaking out at the same time, because this is all wrapped up in one big agenda, okay? In order to cause a future health crisis. If you're having a health crisis and you don't have the means to take care of yourself, or you're not awakened to the fact that you already possess all of the knowledge that you need, you know, you need to do some intermittent fasting. You need to really shift your diet completely, shift your thoughts, shift what you're taking in, shift what you're, you know, everything. You have to completely do a transformation on yourself. If you have not awakened to this fact, then many of the people who took this, specifically though, the men, something about the men to cause this future health crisis here. And quite naturally, I can understand why they would want to target the men, because the sperm, it possesses the DNA expression, okay? I mean, obviously both the male and the female possess the DNA expression, but when you take out the men, then you take out the rulership, okay? If all you're left with is the women, and all of the men are weak and they're in poor health and they're producing offspring that is not, you know, that's in poor health, or that's not prepared for these shifts that are taking place, then it's like they'll be able to suppress the future of an upcoming nation, okay? Or a nation that might overpower them. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to prevent the uprise of a nation that would overpower their current structure, okay? So let me see. I'm going to ask specifically, I'm going to put these back. I want to know specifically what is going on with Biden. What does Biden know specifically, okay? Because I keep getting this about him. What is getting ready? Let's just see. I keep getting these messages about Biden in terms of him losing his life soon, okay? So what is getting ready to happen with Biden here in 2022? Because if he loses his position, this country is not ready for Camilla to take his place. They're already up against her just because she has melanin in her skin, even though she doesn't fully claim it. I don't think she really fully supports the melanated man, woman, and child. But What is going on? What is getting ready to happen with Biden here in 2022? Look at this. That's being ill, okay? The Four of Swords deals with illness, health issues, okay? So let me see. What's the Four of Swords? I don't know how old the man is. What's the Four of Swords? But he's definitely up there. What's the Four of Swords? Something that's being kept hidden. And then the Temperance is in the reverse. This can also indicate bad health. So he might be hiding the fact, keeping it a secret that he's already in bad health. This is not something that's getting ready to happen. He's already dealing with bad health. And so Temperance is in the reverse here to indicate that there is no healing that's taking place. So it's almost like I'm hearing that secretly he is disintegrating. Okay, he's not doing well, okay? So then I have the Queen of Pentacles here. I feel like, what is this Queen of Pentacles? Queen of Pentacles. I feel like he's trying to take care of himself, but see, this Empress came out in the reverse, and Justice is also in the reverse here. I feel like it's because the Empress in the reverse is no growth, no abundance, okay? No growth. The Empress is about fertility, so yeah, no more growth. Justice is in the reverse. He did some unjustified things that he's keeping hidden from the public, and he's also keeping hidden that he is ill. Let me see. And I feel like this is really... this has to do with finances with the Queen of Pentacles here. That's what I'm picking up on when I'm seeing this card. What is going on with Biden? What is happening for Biden this year? I'm going to clarify these cards to see what this is all about. What is happening for Biden? I'm going to see what is the Four of Swords, okay? Because that's the card of not doing so well, having to rest. What is the Four of Swords? So the Four of Swords is courthouse. Something about some documents here that he doesn't want to come out. Something about some sort of documents concerning the courthouse, some legal documents. What is this High Priestess? Yeah, this is something about some money here. The High Priestess keeping something hidden in regards to some money, okay? So, privileged lady and the unexpected income in the reverse. I feel like the privileged lady will be the energy of America, which is generally a feminine energy. Keeping something secret in regards to some documents that brought wealth to the U.S. corporation. And he's not feeling well about that. I feel like it's actually wearing on his health, knowing this information. Knowing the unjustified acts that have been taking place. Okay, because this is the Justice card. This would deal with the judicial system, with the courthouse coming out. Some sort of documentation in terms of how they came about establishing their wealth. He knows what's been going on. And he's been keeping it a secret, but it's causing him to have bad health at the same time. I want to know, what is Justice in the reverse? So it's almost like it's his karma to... What is Justice in the reverse? Main male. Okay, main male. Justice in reverse. Then we have Lovers and the family room. This came out in the reverse though. So this could be concerning their relationship. Because the family room, I see this as being like what's happening within the White House itself. It's coming out in the reverse. And so there is some disruption, I feel like, in terms of the contracts or the connections that's happening behind the scenes. And there's a lot of secrets concerning how they came about getting their money. And he knows that it's a lot of unjustified things that's been happening. And he's not doing well. He's not feeling well holding on to these secrets, okay? Because he knows that his time is running short. What is the Empress in the reverse? Courthouse. I mean, what is this? Judication. Empress in the reverse is judication. So I feel like he knows, he's very well aware that the U.S. corporation is getting ready to face judgment, okay? He knows that this is going on. Obviously, he has to know what's happening behind the scenes to be sitting, you know, as the president. So every president that has taken that seat in the White House is well aware of what's happening. They know that they are the puppet and that the puppet masters have a different agenda and they just use them, you know, for the public. And so they know what's going on. They're not asleep to it at all. They know the agenda. And so he's had to keep this hidden because he's been, you know, working in this, I don't know how long Biden has been a part of the U.S. corporation, but I know that he's been there for a long time. And so he knows everything that's been going on. He's had to keep this a secret. Now, his health is failing as a result of this, okay? And I don't see him healing with the Temperance coming out in the reverse. He knows that the money that was received and, you know, a lot of the documents, a lot of hidden stuff is going on in terms of how the U.S. corporation came to become wealthy. And he knows that it was very unjustified. So it's a lot of documents here that would actually prove and support that occupation here. Yeah, so what they have done behind the scenes in the dark, okay, what they have done, look at this, y'all, what they have done behind the scenes in the dark, they have imprisonment, okay, imprisonment is here. So they know that there's getting ready to be, you have this concern card that came out here. Concerned. He's concerned, okay? This man, he's concerned about his health, first of all. He's also concerned about the fact that he's withheld all of these secrets, knowing that the U.S. corporation is getting ready to come crashing down, okay? Maybe he's concerned about imprisonment. He could be concerned about, but I think this is bigger because he knows that the U.S. corporation, those who run the U.S. corporation are not interested in imprisoning him, okay? He's just a puppet for the puppet masters. I feel like he knows that they're getting ready to be shut down to where they're going to have to face their judgment. Okay. They're getting ready. They're going to be shackled. They're going to be put into those same chains that they put, you know, many of the people, especially the melanated man, woman, and child, in order to create this structure. They know that it's over with. He knows what's happening here. And so it's not working out well for him. What's getting ready to happen for Biden this year? So we have something about the community. This will be him dealing with the community here. Okay, he might be traveling somewhere concerning a community. What's happening with Biden this year? But something is not going to go well in terms of those travels because something is not going to change. Change card came out in the reverse. This is dealing with battle. Okay, this is dealing with battle. But I feel like it's largely over money. It's over power and it's over money. But sudden wealth came out in the reverse. So that means that something, they're going to take losses here. A lot of losses. But I feel like he could be traveling to another community. But things are not going to change. It's almost like he can't change the narrative. The plan of the U.S. corporation cannot be changed. This has to happen, okay? This has to happen because we did see this come out multiple times on my live, actually, the live reading that I did about 3 days ago. It was showing that there would be an invasion on the U.S. So I feel like, you know, this is what's ultimately going to happen. And he's not going to be able to change that. Yeah, courtship. And look at this. The bad courtship. This is a division of some sort of union. Okay. So when I see unions now, I'm well aware that this could be from one country to another. Okay. One nation to another. This is going to be a division of a union here, based on some sort of outbreak of a battle that will take place here. And, you know, bad health is here. Okay, I told you all, I kept seeing bad health with the Four of Swords. That also indicates bad health. He doesn't want the world to know about this, though, with this coming out in the reverse. There's some thieving that's been going on here. Okay. They being real hush-hush about what's really happening behind the scenes. So let me see in terms of Camilla Harris. What is happening when it comes to her and her position? First of all, I want to know what is her current relationship when it comes to Biden, okay? Because I sense that there's some issues there. Because, like I said, the house is divided in more ways than one. What is Camilla Harris's relationship with Biden at this time? Something is getting ready to come to an end because there's a lot of upheaval, a lot of drama, a lot of fighting, a lot of chaos, okay? The world is here to indicate some sort of completion of a cycle here. Something is not going well. What is Camilla Harris's relationship when it comes to Biden? Yeah, so right now she's just focused in on trying to get her money up. You know, she's focused on the coin. You see her look, you know, this is the energy of somebody looking down at the coin. But this is what she's feeling. Heartbreak, pain, betrayal, and the Hangman. She feels stuck. I feel like she feels stuck in this position right now. But there is definitely a division between the two of them. Yeah, she's definitely not happy, unhappy. And this is, you know, that catty energy, okay? This is that deceptive energy. Something is not going well here at all. But her focus, her main focus is on her finances. But look, she's losing out too, because this flew out in the reverse. The Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. Something is not growing. And she knows this. And I feel like she's just kind of waiting. She's waiting for the shifts to occur. Right now, she's trying to hold on to this position because of the financial abundance that it has given her. She's trying to be more attentive. She's trying to be more focused on the financial stability that it has created for her. She's trying to keep her focus there in order to avoid having to deal with how she really feels, okay? I feel like there's a lot of betrayal that's happening. She sees things very clearly with the Hangman, but at the same time, she also feels stuck. She doesn't really have any power either. What is the Queen of Wands in the reverse? Nine of Cups in reverse is very unhappy. Seven of Pentacles in reverse is not growing. So the relationship is not growing between herself and Biden. There's a lot of upheaval. Ooh. So the Queen of Wands in reverse, this woman is a damn witch, okay? The devil came out to clarify the Queen of Wands in reverse. Something ain't right here. And something is definitely happening behind the scenes in secret. Something is happening in secret. I wouldn't be surprised if they actually had, if she was being, I'm going to just say it, being prostituted up in the doggone White House. Because this is all about financial security. With the Nine of Pentacles coming out, it's all about financial security. But with the Devil and the Queen of Wands in the reverse, that could be a very lustful energy. This could be someone who practices in dark magic. But it can also be someone trying to control her through a lustful energy, some sort of lustful connection. And she feels stuck. She feels like she can't go anywhere. Look at this. That Five of Cups. Okay, so a lot of unhappiness here. She wants to cut herself out of feeling stuck in this situation. This is messy. Yeah, the Hermit. She doesn't even feel like she fits in, okay? She feels isolated, exiled. She doesn't, and it's all about the money, though. It's all about financial gain. So a lot of things is taking place behind the scenes in the dark, okay? Secrets. A lot of secrets. How does Biden feel about Camilla Harris? So he's working, he's working with her. He's collaborating with her, because the Three of Pentacles deals with people that you just work with. How does Biden feel about Camilla Harris? The Two of Cups. So it's a partnership here. How does Biden feel about Camilla Harris? Oh, the King of Cups. How does Biden feel about Camilla Harris? I feel like it's something more to this situation than what meets the eye here. She's focused on the money, the Fool. He ready to just jump all in. She's focused in on the money, feeling stuck. And feeling like she has to, I feel like she has to damn near prostitute herself in order to maintain or to get this position and to maintain this position. So I don't know. Something ain't right here. I'm just telling y'all. But he's planning something, okay? He's planning something when it comes to her. We have the Ten of Swords and the Sun. So whatever is hidden right now, it could be some sort of betrayal that could come out. He could be trying to betray her in some sort of way. Because with the Moon and the Sun, this is whatever is hidden is very clearly illuminated, okay? It can't be hidden because the Sun comes out to bring everything to light. And this is all about some sort of betrayal, some sort of backstabbing energy. Yeah, there's the High Priestess in reverse. So some sort of secret is going to be revealed here. He's planning to reveal something here. Let me see if I can get more about this. What is this? What is the Moon? Because this is all about how he feels about her. We saw the Two of Cups, the King of Cups. That's a lot of loving energy. But then with the Queen of Wands in the reverse and the Devil, that's like you practically have to prostitute yourself in order to maintain your position, which she is very focused in on her finances, but she also feels stuck at the same time. She's seeing something very clearly. What is the Moon? What is the secret here? Where he's planning something. What's the Moon? Look at this, y'all. The secret is the Lovers. What the hell is going on here? The Moon is the Lovers. That's what's hidden. What's the Moon? They might have something. Look. Bad health. So I feel like the secret is you got the Lovers here. You got bad health here. He might even be going through bad health because he done fell in love with the doggone vajayjay. But at the same time, like I told you all, I saw with the Queen of Wands in the reverse and the Devil, this is someone who would use their energy of sex in order to bind someone to them, or to, you know, like using sex magic or something like that. She might have, you know, who knows? She could have slept her way into the White House in order for him to give her that position. But something is going on here, and he's in bad health about this relationship. You know, it's really is breaking his heart. Okay. I don't know. Could he have a heart attack? Is that what this might lead to? But this is what's hidden, but it will be illuminated because the Sun is here. The Sun and the Moon is here. This is strictly about the relationship between Camilla and Biden, though. Let me see. What is this Ten of Swords? What's the Ten of Swords? Because that's betrayal. What's the Ten of Swords? Toil and labor. Something about the workspace. So this is multiple people here. So there's some betrayal that might end up happening here. involving multiple people in the workplace, okay? Some sort of betrayal involving multiple people in the workplace being revealed. He's planning something surrounding that. Maybe this is for him to avoid being exposed. Somebody is trying to avoid the truth being exposed here. Mature woman is in the reverse. And there's that energy of being concerned again right there. So I don't know if this will be his wife, okay? Or this could be Camilla's energy, but there is some sort of concern about this mature woman in the reverse, which would mean that she's not so mature. But there is someone that's planning something here. Adjudication. So, that's interesting. All right. I didn't know it was going to take a turn in that direction, but we definitely do see bad health coming out multiple times. So I definitely see that Biden is in bad health. If he knows that his health is failing to the point where it's to the point of no return here, maybe he plans on betraying her, or there's some sort of, conspiracy to betray her so that in the event of he expires, they want to make sure that she's already out the door. I don't know, but something just don't seem right there. So let me see. What is Biden's expectations concerning the U.S. corporation? Being that he knows what's happening behind the scenes, what does he expect is getting ready to happen for them? I'll just pull a couple more cards and then I'm going to close out because this kind of took a turn in a direction that I did not anticipate. What is Biden's expectations for the U.S. corporation? What is he expecting to happen for them? The Queen of Wands in the reverse, and then we have the Knight of Wands in the reverse. So he's expecting that there's going to be, definitely there's going to be some lies that will be told, okay? And there's action here. It's not going to be, I feel like things are going to be halted. Yeah, some sort of blockage, okay? A blockage for them. We keep seeing that the death of the U.S. corporation is coming out. So there is no forward movement, okay? We have here the Magician coming out. And so he's hoping that they'll be able to create a different outcome for themselves. But here, the Six of Cups is in the reverse. Yeah, and the Seven of Swords is in the reverse. He knows that things are going to be exposed. He anticipates that there will be exposure of, because the Magician can also indicate manipulation. There will be exposure of the lies, because the Queen of Swords in reverse tells lies. Okay, very spiteful energy, very manipulative energy, along with the Magician. Okay, and doing things too fast. Okay, taking action too fast. Okay, he's anticipating that they will be exposed for all of the underhanded stuff that they did in order to create this structure, going back to the root, because the Six of Cups deals with going back to the very beginning, okay, with the children there, that's back to the root, but in the reverse, that indicates very bad memories, okay? What is Biden's expectation for the U.S. corporation? What does he expect to happen for them? Look at that. He is stressed the hell out, okay? This man is stressed the hell out about this exposure, about these things coming to light, about what these people have been doing. He's stressed. What is Biden's expectations for the U.S. corporation? So he's hoping that they'll be able to put in some work in order to hang on to their last little leg, because they almost at the Ten of Wands where it gets too heavy to bear. It becomes too burdensome. You go from the Nine of Wands to the Ten of Wands, and then you end up having to just drop it because it's too much. He's hoping to continue to work on it so that they can continue to hold on, okay? They don't want to let go, so he's anticipating that they will continue to hold on, but he's very stressed out because he knows that they're going to have to tell a lot of lies in order to maintain their current position, at least for a time, okay? Yeah, he knows that they're going to have to come through with the religion. They're going to have to come through with the sweet talk, okay? Pretty much, what do you call it? trying to finesse the masses with their little sweet talk and their, you know, trying to pretend that they so, you know, religious and holy, holier than thou. He knows it's going to take a whole lot of work in order to just hang on for a little bit longer, because he knows that it's over with. What is Biden's expectations for the U.S. corporation? And then I'm going to pull to see what is the involvement of the war. What is their involvement concerned? Look at this. The devil is in the reverse. These people been doing so much damn magic. And look at this. Right behind that is the King of Swords in reverse. Every part of the, look at that. Ten of Swords. All of that, all of the lies that they had to tell. He is anticipating that it's going to be a very painful ending for them. I'm talking about a painful ending because these people have been some straight out liars. Every facet of their being. Okay, you got the masculine and feminine energy line. Okay, and they came together to birth. Okay, they birthed this U.S. corporation. Okay, from lies, from underhanded stuff from the very beginning. And so he is very concerned that the devil is going to be exposed and turned upside down on its head. And the fact that they've done a lot of betrayal. They've betrayed many people. And then the magician coming out with the devil here. They've done a lot of damn dark magic. These people just wicked as hell. Okay. The house is definitely divided. The Ten of Cups in the reverse. He knows that they're going to have to take some sort of action, but it's not going to, they can't avoid this ending. Okay. The number 10 deals with completions of cycles. They cannot avoid it. Okay. In spite of whatever action they try to take, they can't avoid it. Okay. Look, they're stuck like damn Chuck with the Six of Swords coming out in the reverse. So he's anticipating that there's getting ready to be a very bad ending for the U.S. corporation. I'm going to pull from this deck real quick to see what is Biden's expectations for the U.S. corporation. That's too many. Hold on. What is Biden's expectations for the U.S. corporation? Some sort of plan. They're planning, okay? What is his expectations for the future of the U.S. corporation? What is he expecting here? Illness. He's only thinking about the fact that his ass is sick. He don't know what else to think about. He can't get that part up out of his head. He knows that things are getting ready to come to an end for the U.S. corporation. I feel like he's going through a lot of anxiety as well. But I feel like he also knows that, yeah, look at this, because outside of that, he also knows that the plan for the U.S. corporation is to create illness, okay? Like I spoke on that codependent energy on the system, okay? If they can create a lot of illness here, then that will create a lot of codependent people who don't want to see the system fail, assuming that that's their only hope. And so then you have here targeted group and truth must be told. So he's anticipating that the truth is going to come out in regards to how they've been targeting a specific group of people, which I'm pretty sure y'all know who that is, okay? Targeting a targeted group. The truth is going to have to be told, and how they have planned illness, for this specific group of people. So his anticipation is that things are going to be brought to light. You saw the moon, you saw the sun, you saw the Ace of Swords in the very beginning with the High Priestess in the reverse. Everything is getting ready to come forward. We're in the age of Aquarius, okay? Spiritual warfare in disguise. So he knows that this is deeper, okay? Biden is very well aware of the fact that this is not just a physical war. This is a spiritual war, because it's all about fighting for power. That's what it's all about. So he anticipates that they're going to continue in targeting specific groups of people in order to stop the prophecy of Revelations, and that is that which is already written in the stars, in order to push forth this hidden agenda in regards to population control. He knows that this is planned, okay? Hidden agenda, population control. How are they going to control the population? Through illness, okay? And it is a targeted group that that he's anticipating they're going to go after here. And I'm strongly sensing that this is largely surrounding the miniature sword, you know, Yeah, in order to keep everybody asleep. So he knows that this is what they are planning. So let me just pull real quick in terms of, because I know that this is a long reading, but y'all know I tend to be long-winded anyway. So for those of you who actually stick it out with me, you know, thank you. You know, and so let's see. In terms of the U.S., what involvement did they have in this war between Russia and Ukraine? What is the U.S.'s involvement between Russia and Ukraine? I feel like they was working together here. I really do feel that there was a lot of rumors that was being created, because it came out so much in that other reading that I can't help but keep referencing that. What is the U.S.'s involvement concerning the war between Russia and Ukraine? I feel like they manipulated the situation some kind of way in order to keep them from losing their power first. It's all about fighting for power. Who's going to lose it first? Because they know it's going to happen anyway, okay? Temperance is in the reverse. It's almost like, because with temperance in the reverse, it's like they created a scenario that will cause people to lose their temperament, that will cause people to just kind of just snap. Look at this. Their involvement would be temperance in the reverse and death. So it's definitely 10, 14. Yeah, because temperance is actually what comes right after death. This is the number 13, and temperance is the number 14. So with this being in the reverse, though, they knew that this was going to cause the death of many people, because you see all of those people laid out there on the ground. My cards are getting old, but you see the children there, you know, the grown people there. Everybody is an all-out war, okay? And the temperance in the reverse, they had something to do with, look at this, with creating some sort of betrayal. They was a part of putting the knives in the backs, okay? They was a part of creating the scenario in order for this war to kick off. Because, look at this, because they didn't want to be first. Look at this. It can't get no more plain than that. The 8 of Swords and the 5 of Wands. They struck up this mess between Russia and Ukraine. It's almost like having two people. You try to act like you're good with both sides, but you go and you whisper something to this side, then you whisper something to that side, and then suddenly the two people, the two entities, the two countries, two nations, they're against one another, and now here it is, an all-out war. The U.S. corporation's involvement with this was definitely to create a scenario. And I feel like they largely did this because they knew that their time is up. And so it's like, okay, we're not ready. So we're going to create something for these other people who ultimately their time is up as well. But they wanted them to go first. Okay, so they put in the work in order to make that happen. Devil is right here in the reverse. They did some wicked ass things behind the scenes, okay? Because they did not, they already knew that this was getting ready to come back to them in terms of what they've been doing. So they've been putting in the work. What's this devil? Hold on. Yeah, they did some underhanded stuff, y'all, because I just saw the Justice card in the reverse. What is the devil in the reverse? What is the devil in the reverse? Okay, this was too many cards to fail, but yeah, definitely, this is the Moon, secrets, okay? Secrets, devil in the reverse is secrets, keeping something hidden in regards to striking up some sort of action, some sort of something. They tried to strike something up here. I feel like this is in the darkness, though. Devil in the reverse. They tried to strike something up in order to keep something hidden for themselves. The Ace of Wands, in order to create a scenario, okay? Because that can also deal with passion. You know, like the 5 of Wands. Everybody is passionate. Everybody is fighting each other. Everybody is angry. It's like they use this to strike something up here. They said something. Queen of Wands is here. They said something. probably revealing something. They said something here. Yeah, look at this. In order to create this tower, this upheaval, and they tried to make it seem as if they was offering their love on one end in order to end something, to help them to end something. But it was really behind all of this, behind this love, what's right behind that is the tower. Behind this offer of love, this fake offer of love, is the tower, okay? And so, yeah, these people, they wicked as hell. Look at this, y'all. 5 of Swords. This is what they was doing behind the scenes, okay? This is what they had to do with it. It was all about creating upheaval for these people and making the world think that they was doing something righteous, when behind the scenes it was all that they was putting in work. They was putting in some work, okay? Probably dark magic and everything else, putting in work to create this scenario here, and to create somebody, losing their temperament, where things are no longer balanced, okay? People are no longer emotionally in alignment either, and so death is the ultimate goal here. They was a large part in creating this tower moment, okay? Wow. Why did they do this? That's what I want to know. Why? Why did they do this? Okay. It's all about the money. It's all about the money at the end of the day. And it's like they wanted to blind them, put them at a crossroads, in order to maintain their position of power, in order to keep their money flowing. That's all they're thinking about right now. So they created this scenario so that they wouldn't fully be able to see which direction this was coming from. They didn't want these people to know which direction this was coming from, because ultimately the U.S. corporation is juggling. They're having issues financially anyway. And so I don't know how this is going to benefit them financially, or if it's just a matter of them just wanting to hold on to their position of power for a little bit longer because they know it's coming down. But it's like the 6 of Pentacles is losing money, okay? Losing money, but doing it in an unjustified manner. So it was like 2 of Pentacles. This deals with juggling, okay? And the the Hermit, doing something behind the scenes in order to maintain their position of power for a little while longer. They set this whole thing up, but it was all about money, for sure. Money and power. They wanted to take the attention off of themselves at this time, because all of these nations that built their empires off of the bloodshed of, of particular groups of people, targeted groups of people, their time is up. I mean, that's just what it is. It can't be stopped. Okay, so this is what it was all about. They wanted to maintain their position of power. Okay, that's why they did this. Yeah, they worked together in order to come up with a plan to do this against these people. And it worked. Obviously it worked, but it's not going to work in order to stop them from losing their position of power. Everybody got to go down. It is what it is. And that's why they're so stressed out about it. They're trying to come out of this energy of stress, but it's nothing that they can do. They can try to buy more time, but it's over with. So let me just pull one more card just to close out in terms of what the U.S. corporation's involvement was with this war between Russia and Ukraine. What was their involvement? And then I'm going to close out, y'all. You got to be very careful listening to the news, because they are only going to tell you what they want you to believe. Look at this. Their involvement had dealt with false promises. So they was probably making promises to Russia, probably making promises to Ukraine, saying, okay, well, if you do this, and let me tell you what they doing over there. We're going to back you up if you do this. We're going to have your back because we already know the XYZ is going on. And they was just, like the female at school that just gossips and that's, two-faced. She go over here and tell these people one thing, and go over here and tell somebody else another thing, just to create war between the two. And so this is what they was doing. They was offering false promises to these people, probably maybe even to Ukraine. I'm closing out. I'm done, y'all. Yeah, because they know that the spiritual warfare has been won on our end. And so now it's like physical wars breaking out because they ain't ready to go. They're not ready to let go. So they wanted Ukraine and Russia to go up against one another to try to avoid the spotlight from being on them. They use them as bait for that reason. But ultimately, as much as they might think that they set this whole thing up, the Most High is, obviously, he already had it planned out that it would unfold this way, and that they would be used against one another in this way, and that they would go against one another in order to avoid losing their power. And so it's just so that they can all pretty much take each other out. We just get to sit back and put our hands up and continue to heal and continue to do the work to become more empowered and be prepared to build the new kingdom, while they do what's necessary to take one another out. That's just how it works. So that's what I got for you all. I love you. If you want a private reading from me, you can always email me. Please like and subscribe and hit the notifications bell. I would love to see you all again, and I will talk to you all next time. We got this. We got this.